Hey guys, the inspectors have arrived. Does everything look good? Sheldon's excited.
Sheldon, you want grain? Needy. Hey! Get your paw down.
Hoof.
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 Okay.
There they are. Don't get trampled, little ones. Mark here, and welcome to the 10 Acre Woods. So we just finished doing the morning animal feed, which was pretty chaotic. Usually it is. The alpaca and Turbo are hilarious because they go in, and Marlene, one of our volunteers that comes out with treats every Saturday, she's used to them, but they can be a little tricky at times. So everybody is out here enjoying their grains. Lots of Muscovy ducks this year. So Muscovy ducks, the females go and they hide and they lay their eggs, and they hide from us humans, as well as, of course, the crows that usually eat the goose eggs. And oh, what was that, Coco? The goose eggs and the other duck eggs that tend to leave them out and not sheltered. So, yeah, we got a lot of Muscovy ducks hatching. So we try to collect the eggs when we see that happen, because we don't need more Muscovy ducks. Right, Chansey? Now, late yesterday... Hi, Turbo. Yes, you were being difficult this morning, weren't you? Yes, you like your treats, for sure. All right, so if we go and we look in this pen here, I have to find them now. I can hear them. I can hear the Tweedledee. It's just a matter of finding them. They're little, but they're cute. Let's see. Let's get on the hunt here. Mama just had... Oh, yeah. There's the one from last video. Let's see if she's got any eggs under here. Hey? Yes. No, you still have no eggs. You still have no eggs. Okay. All right. Oh, there they are. There they are. Don't get trampled, little ones. So these ones, late yesterday, came out. No, I have nothing for you, Tinker. Came wandering up the driveway with Mom. So the newest batch of Muscovy ducklings.
No, get down. No, get down.
Oh, we're not done the feeding. Oh, look, Petey's sitting down on his bum. It's melon time.
No, don't jump.
Oh, Petey sits so nicely.
He does sit the bum very well.
He says, I'm just going to stay sitting, and then I'll ensure I get lots of treats. Well, the other animals come up and fight for Turbo. That's a classic hoofing trick, like a dog. Oh, and little Snow is just cute.
Apple. Glenn, you want some?
Glenn wants to pick on Petey.
Want apple?
Oh, good stuff.
Apple?
It looks like they've been having duckweed for breakfast. Petey's a little green on the snout.
Apple?
Oh, they wait so patiently. Oh, multiple apples. Mmm.
Big melon. There you go.
Yeah.
Another apple. You go sit the bum. Good girl. Okay, last one. Here's some seeds.
So in a recent video, I did talk about our silo leg that collapsed because, well, something I actually realized yesterday when I was inspecting the area. This is our septic field right here. And when it's a raised septic field, and what they installed in there is something called sandy loam, which is, it's sandy. So it actually extends down to this area where this silo is. Now we had put blocks in, we should have put a concrete slab in and bolted it and the whole 9 yards. But when it rained, when we had the heavy rain, what had happened is it soaked in, and as soon as it broke through that one concrete slab that was underneath the one leg, it went in and there was just sand. There was no structure to the dirt at all. So that was yet another reason. So we're still waiting on the leg to come in because the one leg got bent, and then we are going to transfer that all out into the standing bin. We're going to transfer it out and move it back in. So what we've been doing is our barbecue area is now gone. So behind me, and Tara's on her way out. So, but Tara needs the forks. Which she, oh, I don't know why she's, are you getting the forks?
I'm gonna go get the fork. I had to go for a run first.
Oh, okay. So she's going to get the forks. So if you recall, in past videos, there used to be a shelter here. Tara built that, I believe it was in 2015. It was our barbecue area. So while we're at it, building a pad for the silo, we are going to redo this area here. Now we've moved the shelter over in this area, which I think we're going to leave this here. Of course, the fridge and barbecue, which is here, will get moved over once we're done construction of our new project. But this it feels all right. So I think what we've done is mounted each leg to the end of the picnic table. So all 4 picnic tables, all 8 legs are secured to the picnic tables. So that should ensure that it's not going to blow away on us. Getting back to the actual project here, this is where our barbecue area used to be. There used to actually be a garden here first. So Tara had put a garden in, I think it was 2013, 2014. Didn't last very long. She then decided, okay, now this isn't the place for the garden. Let's build the barbecue area. So you can kind of see the footprint. We're going to keep the footprint roughly the same. And we're going to build framing around here. I believe it's 2x4. We're going to bring some gravel over, which Tara is actually starting on now. There she is. She's switched over the bucket and starting the gravel run. Did you see that mosquito on my head at the beginning of the video? I don't think I swatted him, but he didn't leave a mark, so that's good. Mosquitoes and flies are starting to get worse as the season gets into fall. So another project that we have been working on, of course, we moved all of our grain into the silo, which that's a whole other story. But we got it out of our building here, and the reason why we did that is so we could turn it into a store or some place that we can put, some little knickknacks that we, crafting materials. You can see all these jackets here. So these jackets were actually donated to us. They are all new wool jackets from New Zealand. So all handcrafted. The story here is Tara ran across a Facebook post, and there was a guy. His father had a store, and I guess closed it for whatever reason. Retired out to BC. He was moving him back to BC, or from BC to Winnipeg, and he had all these jackets. So he wanted to get rid of all the jackets before his dad came back, because his dad would not let them go if they were still there. So he would never get rid of them. So he was posting them for, I don't know, $4,000 for the lot, and then he dropped it to $2,000. Tara contacted him and said, we would take them as a donation if you can't get rid of them. So sure enough, he couldn't sell them, and he contacted us, and here they are. Handcrafted by one person, hand-selected cutter by another, and these are all out of New Zealand. So, beautiful jackets. So we've got those for sale. They're ranging anywhere from, the list price that's on them is anywhere from $200 to $1,000, but of course we're selling them for quite a bit cheaper than that. I think there's $100 to $250, I think we're selling them, and the money goes towards the farm and the animals. We've also got somebody here that has brought by some of their crafting stuff that they're selling. So there is a catnip knot there. There's some dog leashes and collars, stuff that they've made. There's also some hats in here as well. So we've got that. This here I've brought up before. I think this is so neat. It's a cat food bag that has been turned into a reusable shopping bag. These bags are so robust because they hold all that food. So this is something that we can do during the winter months. Old merchandise. So we at one time bought a whole bunch of merchandise and had it for sale here. and we've still got some left over. So carrying inventory is one thing. We've got a little coffee place out here that we're going to have. I laser engraved some of these. So these are just paint sticks. So it's just a paint stick, and I don't know where Tara got them from, but she got 2 cases of them. So literally thousands of these things. So I threw them in the laser engraver and put the more common garden vegetables in there. So, we can sell those as well. People labeling their garden. Tara's got a section here. She's just kind of started with some herbs. Doesn't look like they're labeled or anything yet. This actually looks like dried catnip stems. And then some other things that we've got. This is actually real wool from our sheep. So those are neat, and then this is the back end. We've got some other stuff like tack that isn't for sale. We've got more tack over here as well. That's for when we had the larger horses and we were saddling them up. So I don't think we'll be getting rid of that. More catnip here. Peas and lentils for crafting. We get so much peas and lentils. This stuff we do feed to the animals, but we soak it first. And usually we do it in the wintertime because of the protein. In the summer, the animals the chickens get the bugs. And then in the wintertime, we soak that. So along with the jackets, we also got a whole bunch of slippers as well. So all of these slippers. So we've got all those down there. These are car seat covers that go on your car seat to have a nice warm wool car seat. Again, some more inventory that we had from a few years ago that we had ordered. So I'm here for some sheep thrills. That's one of my favorites. And prepare for the apocalypse. Everybody's happy place. We did some of these as well. These wood went up in price over the last couple years. So what we have is there's a frustration board that we're now sold out of. That was the more popular one. The dice baseball one as well. And just some other stuff that we've done here. Some woodworking classes we've had, and some stuff that people have made for us. And then we get to the wool. So here is the wool station here. They've done some dyeing of the wool as just to kind of test it out and see how that works. And then, of course, we've got all of these head warmers here. So this is an alpaca. So that's alpaca, and this one here is sheep. And then I laser engraved the leather, made up a bunch of tags, and then we've got a whole bunch of these for sale. So they're ear warmers, head warmers, and then, of course, the spun wool that we have spun ourselves. Well, Tiana spun, because she's the one that does the spinning on that. So 100% sheep wool, and then this again is alpaca. And then this one here, you can kind of see the difference. This is professionally processed wool, and the other stuff is the stuff we've done. This is quite a bit lighter. This is thicker, heavier, and quite a bit warmer. And I guess it's called craft wool. And there's another one down here as well. So that is the short little tour of the store and what we've got in here. I just put up some new lights, that one there, and this LED light as well, just to bring a little bit more light into the room. That sun keeps on popping out every once in a while. It's beautiful this morning, and then of course as soon as the sun comes out, it's just instant heat. So I think we got everything done we intended to get done today. Concrete is scheduled to be poured. We're arranging a truck for Friday, so for next Friday. So Tara and I and Tiana and many other helpers we have here will work on that. But what we have done is we've leveled out our area for the barbecue area. So we're going to get concrete, and we're going to flatten that out there. We're going to have 4 upright posts on the front and on the back, and then it'll have a sloped roof that goes back. to be a barbecue area for when people come and visit. They can use the barbecue. Sometimes we do rentals, sometimes we have weddings. There goes Tara. This area here, it kind of looks like a sandbox. I put in these boards here to keep it square. Once I had it square, now I've got the spikes in to keep it all together. So everything's all spiked up. Everything's good. Of course, the area where the silo's going is going to be higher, as you can see. It's going to be a little bit easier when we get in, because it'll be slightly higher, so we won't have to bend down as much. We can kind of put a knee down on the raised platform and then open the, at the bottom, there's a slider that opens up to dispense of the grain. Hey guys, the inspectors have arrived. Does everything look good? Wonderful. So then this area here was kind of an afterthought for some extra material. We're going to get, the whole plan was for, I think just this section was half a yard. The cement truck holds 4 yards, so we have expanded to maximize the amount that one cement truck will hold. So this area here, this was the spill off from before when we did the barn. So we're going to fill in this area here. I've got a conduit down, electrical conduit, just so it's underneath the ground and we don't have an extension cord running from there over to the barbecue area, just to keep everything in. So if you're ever pouring any concrete, make sure you put down, conduit, just in case you need it, because of course it'll be very difficult to put in afterwards. So that'll clean up this whole area. So one thing we did notice, so the silo, we've got the leg on order that is going to be all put together. The plans are, we have a big grain bag that holds lots of grain, put it that way. And we're going to feed it out of here into a big grain sack. And then from there, we'll be able to upright this, get that all fixed, and then bring the grain back up and feed it back into this is in place on its platform. Something very interesting, the grain that did spill out was wheat and barley, and you can see this lighter patch here, really thick grass, that's all the wheat and barley. So the ducks have been coming over here and feasting on this area. So if you ever have any grain, you can put it out. This is what we do in the animal enclosure. Of course, when we feed the animals, they may not get all of it. So there's some that will seed the area. So whatever the animals don't eat, it will grow up. So I see Tara's back and it looks like she has a plan. So I best go and get back to work. So we will be updating you on this next week. Next Friday is when the concrete is slated to come. And then we will get that all leveled out. It's going to probably be a little bit longer before we get this thing back up because of course we want the concrete to cure. So subscribe if you haven't, and be sure to check out the video next weekend for stage 2, or is this stage 3? Stage 1 was tearing it down, I guess. Stage 2 and stage 3. The next stage of our construction project for our barbecue area and silo pour. Of course, you can watch the midweek video. Tara does the midweek video on the garden and how it's coming along. I know there's things that are coming up for harvesting in there, and she'll probably get in on that. So until next video, take care, have a wonderful week, and we'll see you then. Bye-bye.